What's going on, everybody? Just sitting here in the hotel in Springfield, doing my upgrades. Got in on Thursday, so I wasn't able to start classes till Friday. Had the weekend, still got some CBTs to do, but my wife and son came up from Texas, so I got to spend some time with them. Hadn't seen them in about 6 weeks. But got a few more CBTs to get done. I got a class tomorrow morning, but just talk a little bit about, the upgrade process and what goes on. So I just want to go over, what the upgrade process. Now, whenever I went back, it was on a Thursday, so my safety class was on Friday, and then I had to wait over the weekend before I could actually do everything to finish it up. If you get there earlier in the week, it's going to be a 2-day thing, and then you'll be able to be on the list, to go look at the truck, pick out your truck, whatever. Now, Thursday I got in, and Friday I had my safety class. It's a few hours. You watch some videos, then you are going to do 2 simulations. After those simulations, you'll have one more video to watch, and then you're going to get a safety certificate. Then after that, you'll have a backing exercise that you have to do to be able to test out. Now, you'll get to practice. The practice is a little bit different than the actual test, but the dock location and where you're having to go is the same. The only difference is during the practice, there's not any obstacles really. There's nothing in your way. Whenever you get to the actual test part, you have 10 minutes to complete it. As long as you don't hit anything and you complete it in the 10 minutes time, you'll pass. You don't have to be perfectly backed up into the dock. You just have to get back there until you feel it bump, and once it bumps, then you're good. Now, there's going to be like a trash truck that's going to pull out behind you. He'll blow his horn and pull out behind you. There's going to be some other movement going around, so you just have to watch for that. But everything's going to be pretty simple. Now, once you get through with that, then you're going to be done with that class, and you'll have CBTs to do. Now, there's probably 5-6 hours. A lot of them are stuff that you've already watched, or already seen. It's going to be a lot of information you already know. There are some really useful ones, and just like the ones whenever you began orientation and stuff, you're going to have to take quizzes at the end. So, just be prepared for that. There's some class ones and like the ACE leasing and stuff like that. It's actually going to give you information that you need to know. Now, once you get through with that, the next day, or in my case, Monday, you go at 8 o'clock in the morning, and you'll have a slingshot business class. This is going to go over, calculating your expenses, how to be profitable, things of that nature, how to be successful with the business that you're starting up. One thing I forgot, the Abacus CPA class is going to be in the afternoon after your safety class. So it'll be about 4 o'clock in the afternoon. And they're going to go over everything. You aren't required to go with Abacus as a CPA. I chose to because they have a lot of the information at their fingertips, so I don't have to sit there and do a bunch of running around and trying to give people information. You do have to scan in some things and keep up with other expenses that Prime doesn't track. But it's just, it's a lot more helpful. They seem like they really want to work with you. It's inexpensive for the most part, so I just chose to go with them. I liked the guy that I was talking to during the class, so I chose to go with them, and I think it would be a really good fit for my company and building everything. Now, after your slingshot to business class, you will have automated transmission class. They're going to go over the different transmissions for the 3 different trucks that Prime uses, and give you some ins and outs, and pretty much it's going to be a bunch of stuff you already know, but it does have some useful information, reminders, and if you're going to a different type of truck, it's a good time to be able to ask questions and make sure that you're driving correctly and getting the best use out of your truck. After that, you'll send in an email to upgrade, and they'll, once your information information's all verified, that you finished all your classes, they're going to send that over to leasing. About noon is when leasing called me, and they said, hey, what truck are you wanting to look at? You look up at Success Leasing, look in their inventory, you pick what truck you want to look at. You get 3 hours with your name on that truck so you can look at it. Now, I got a 2021 Freightliner. It only had like 1,000 miles. I looked at it, I loved it. I chose to go with it as the best option. They didn't have any Peterbilts, which is what I was trying to get into, but I chose to go ahead and go with the Freightliner just so I can hurry up and get on the road. Now, you look at that, and then you go back and you tell them, yeah, I want it. Now, you have to wait for your LLC to be formed, which normally just takes 1 to 2 days. For me, I put in all the information on Friday. They had it by Monday. It was about 12:30, 1 o'clock, whenever they got all that information. They'll send it over to Success Leasing, and then Success Leasing is going to get you your application, your contract all filled out and sent to you so that you can sign it electronically through the app on your phone. And then once you sign it, then you're good to be able to leave the yard. Now, you cannot leave the yard until you get that contract all completed. You can go to detail to go get your mattress, anything that your fleet manager says that you can put on the truck's bill or whatever, get all that installed. Go ahead and go to the company store, get your starter kit, and then once you get through with all that, my fleet manager just had me go ahead and pick up a load from driver lineup. Now, like I said, it ended up taking until that afternoon before the contract actually got sent to me and I got it signed and everything. But once you sign that, then you're able to leave the yard. I went over to the campus and loaded up all my stuff, got everything situated for the most part. Went to Walmart, picked up a few things that I was going to need for the truck. And then I chose, I'd been up since 5:30 that morning. And so I went ahead and I took me a nap. And after I took my nap and woke up, I went over to driver lineup, found me a load, went and picked up, and headed out. So altogether, 2 to 3 days you're going to be in Springfield, and then hopefully driver lineup has something ready to go right then. If not, you might have to wait a little bit. But you do get 7 days of deferred payments, so that you're actually able to come out here and start trying to make some money. I got 25 gallons worth of fuel whenever I first leased, which was, on prime. But then, you do have to get your first fill up and everything. It cost me $200 to fill up. I just got a little short load just so I could get on the road and get some money in my account. But after I ended up filling up, didn't make quite as much as I wanted to. So just look at that compared to your first load. If you want to fill up, or you might tell them, hey, give me 60, 70 gallons instead of going ahead and filling it up with 120 like I did. So anyways, that's just a quick breakdown. If you got any questions or anything about the upgrade process, feel free to comment down below. And I'll talk to y'all later. Keep safe and keep trucking.